welcome everybody aboard today with Captain Jeff Conk, myself, Captain Mike Taylor. We're over here on the Neuse River today. It's mid-December, getting a little bit of a late start. It's probably about 9 o'clock in the morning. Our cameraman slept in a little bit this morning. Just kidding. But anyway, it's we're going to have about mid-60s today. That's the reason why we're starting a little bit late. You get that sun up and let the water, warm that water up a little bit.
Going on
right now, yeah. You picked it up.
It's not like Mike to pull out the first fish, is it? We've got, what do you got there?
Small flounder.
Flounder, that's what we're going to say something about too. We got these fish are in a wintertime pattern, and we're going to have a variety of species moving up into the up the river. So we're in the Neuse River, like Mike said, whether it's the Neuse River or New River, Pamlico River, the local rivers around Swansboro, White Oak River, it doesn't matter. We're going to have our southern flounder today we're looking for, and some speckled trout, maybe some stripers over this way we're expecting. And sometimes you even catch a largemouth bass or two, so we'll see what happens today. We're going to be using a variety of baits, and you really switch things up in the winter time. Mike said it's mid-December. We've had a lot of nights lately in the upper 20s to 30s. Mike's throwing right now throwing a 4-inch pogie, a pink one. He just put that flounder in the boat on that little 13-inch flounder. Small red?
Yeah. Hey, lost my bait.
How far offshore was he?
Probably about 25 feet.
Maybe that's what I had hit mine too.
Little small
size is he?
Redfish. Just a little
17.
Fat and healthy. Nice fish as a trout, isn't it?
Oh. I think it's a small rock, isn't it? I don't know, it's acting odd.
I don't know.
That's a trout, nice trout.
You don't need net, do you?
He's gonna come off probably.
It's a nice one.
Not.
Oh yeah.
Nice one. Pretty trout. He's probably a little over 2 pounds.
All your back feeder creeks off of all your rivers, doesn't matter where you're at. They're going to hold your bait in the deep holes. That's why all the predator fish, they're looking after the bait. They're going to be in here too, right along with them. Also, you can get back in these shallow bays when that sun comes up in the afternoon. That water temperature go up, what, 10 degrees?
Yeah,
Jeff? Then
it'll come up real quick.
They'll come up out of them holes and get up on these bays and feed. A lot of times you have a little bit better bite when that water is real cold. Come here in the afternoon, after work or whatever, on the weekend, just any time in the afternoon, get you a good bite going on right before dark. This water warm up a good 5 to 10 degrees. Small one. He hit the 4-inch pogie. Hot pink. A little too small.
We've got our water temperature, I think right now this morning I checked it here, is around 52, 53 degrees, which is kind of warm for this time of the year still. You figure if you had a lot of cold snaps in the 30s and whatnot, most of these creeks a lot of them are under 10 foot of water, and they'll get real cold real fast, and then they'll heat up real fast too. So we did have 2 or 3 nights, in the 30s recently?
Yeah.
Even last night was about 35, but the water temperature is still there at 50 plus. So when we have a really cold water temperature, and then a nice sunny day like today in the 60s, you'll see a lot of the bait come to the surface. But the water temperature this morning was actually warmer than the air, and those bait fish are probably just staying down in the water column. So we'll be looking for that today as we move from creek to creek, and it could be any one of these creeks. I think off the Neuse River, Mike, from the mouth of the Neuse all the way up to New Bern, either major creek on either side. Most of these creeks are from a mile to 4 or 5 miles long, and some of them are half a mile wide too, so they're big areas. We'll be talking about them. We'll hit several creeks today for sure.
I've already had a call this morning from a friend, Drew Gatman. He just told me he's been fishing about 2 hours up close to New Bern. He's already put 6 keeper, anywhere from 4 to 6 pound rock in the boat. So if he calls me back, which I just had a ring, That might be him.
Apparently I went fishing with the wrong person today. I should be on with Drew instead of Mike.
We're going to head up there and try to catch a rock. Right now we're in search mode, casting, long distance. See how far you can throw that? And work that bait back to you.
There's one right there. Something.
What is it?
Either a small striper or a little trout.
Decent.
All right. Trout.
Not bad. Nice trout.
2 pounds, 2.5.
All right, folks, we moved across the river in this small creek. The sun's really got it pretty good. We're going to try out the shallow water for a little bit. We just caught a real small throwback flounder. Other than that, it's been kind of slow. Our plan right now is to fish in here a little bit, try some shallow water. If we don't do any good, we're going to go hit some deeper holes. Might not have warmed up enough yet for them specks to move into that shallow water yet. Haven't seen a whole lot of bait today. Bait's been scarce. All the bait might be holding in them deep holes. That's why we're not doing any good here in this shallow water.
Mike got something on back there off that little floating dock. Either a small trout or a small flounder.
Got no head shake, does it?
Yeah, it's got just a quiver to it. That's a flounder, probably.
Flounder, yeah. Think about it, over here there's no telling.
We're fishing what, 4 foot of water here?
At the most.
4 foot of water, but it's real muddy up near the head of these creeks. He's right on the bottom right now, cruising along down there. Oh yeah, that looks like about a 14 to 17 inch flounder somewhere in there. Oh, about 15, 16.
Might keep.
Yeah, he's staying down deep. It's not that big.
It's
about
close. The measuring.
15 maybe?
Yeah, it looks like it's 15 inches.
Probably 15. Let's put them on that scale real quick up here and see. We might throw back, keep one for every 4 or 5 we catch. One keeper for every 4 or 5 you catch, but a couple of those to put in the frying pan ain't bad. Again, you're sitting in the middle of December. Most people, if you're from the coastal area down near the oceans, you don't think about catching flounder this time of year, but you have that option. You have that's something to do. You can catch them. Mixed in with those trout, some stripers, and a little bit of everything. Flounder, he's surfing. Little flounder. Small. It'd be good this time next year though. About a little 10 inch flounder. One of those little southern flounder we're talking about moving up the creeks. That's the key. The key is the bait first, more than anything,
That's right.
I had a little bump a minute ago, probably just another flounder, but you never know, it could be trout. I'm trying to catch them out of here before Mike does, in case it's a trout or a good sized redfish.
This water temperature up in the mid-50s right now. You can notice how we're working these baits. It's just like at the rock jet or anywhere we were working. What you're doing is throwing it out, letting it hit the bottom, give it a couple jerks, and take up the slack. Then you want to follow it down. It's falling, still falling. And just as soon as it hits the bottom, pop it back a couple times, and you're getting a rhythm. It probably takes about 3 seconds most of the time on our weight to get back. What you want to do is just get in that rhythm to where just as soon as you think it's going to hit the bottom, pop it a couple times. Tighten your line up, and you want to put pressure so it falls slow. If you don't, if you pop it like this and then just let it go real quick, a lot of times when it's colder like this, them trout, they'll pass it up.
Yeah.
It just falls too fast for them to grab it.
We'll take if there's not a real bad problem. You got a fish right there?
Fish right there.
Flounder. Maybe that was a flounder that thumped me.
He's close.
Yeah, he's about 13 and a half to 14 and a quarter.
I think he's 14.